From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Sunday, June 4th, 2017. Silver is trading at $17.54 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,272 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 1.4 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $2,545. AntiWar Calm reports the massive U.S. arms deal with Saudi Arabia signed last month by President Trump is continuing to drive up arms makers' stocks, though at present the exact dollar values for specific companies are a matter of some speculation. Lockheed Martin, long expected to be one of the big sellers, put their figures at $28 billion. Lockheed sales includes 150 Black Hawk helicopters at the very least, but the company is also trying to sell Saudis on the THAAD missile defense system and the small but pricey littoral combat ships that the U.S. has been struggling with constantly breaking down. Boeing offered their own estimates on Saudi contracts, saying they believe they're getting $50 billion. This is stated to include both military sales and commercial sales. They did not offer any guidance on how much of the funding was which, nor if this was sales only or includes maintenance deals for the lifetime of the planes. They also offered no specifics on what was being sold. These companies, as well as other well-connected U.S. arms makers, are all expected to make quite a bit of money from the new arms deals with Saudi Arabia, as well as more money off President Trump's planned military spending increases. As the chances of peace suddenly breaking out looks more and more remote, the arms makers are expected to continue raking in money hand over fist. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports a military judge in Virginia ruled that a naval flight officer who pled guilty in May to disclosing classified information will spend 6 years in prison. Commander Robert Monahan said Friday that in addition to the time behind bars, with 646 days of time served credit, Lieutenant Commander Edward Lynn will be dismissed from the Navy. He faced up to 9 years in prison. In May, Lynn's espionage charges under the Uniform Code of Military Justice were dropped when he pled guilty to a lesser offense under the Espionage Act. He also pled guilty to failure to report his foreign contacts, mishandling classified information, and making false statements about his travel plans. Investigators arrested Lynn, a member of a covert aerial surveillance squadron in Hawaii, as he boarded a flight to China. They were concerned he was preparing to disclose secrets to a contact. An investigation by NCIS revealed that Lynn's trip to China was a pleasure trip to meet a woman he met online. You can support FPP Radio by joining the Fans program. Fans are friends, allies, and numerous supporters. Fans help FPP afford to produce more original content. You can join the Fans program for as little as $1 per month through Patreon and get perks like ad-free versions of FPP Radio News and Peace, Love, Liberty Radio. To learn more or to join the Fans program, visit fans.fppradio.com. That's fans.fppradio.com. Reuters reports attackers drove a van at high speed into pedestrians on London Bridge before stabbing people in the nearby Borough Market area of bars and restaurants on Saturday in what British authorities described as a terrorist incident. Armed police rushed to the scenes, and authorities urged Londoners on Twitter to run, hide, tell if they were caught in an attack. The BBC cited police as saying there had been more than one fatality. Britain's Sun newspaper said 7 people were feared killed and that 2 attackers were shot dead by police near London Bridge, but there is no immediate confirmation of this. Some media reports said police were seeking another attacker. This attack comes just days ahead of a June 8th election and less than 2 weeks after a suicide bomber killed 22 people at a concert by U.S. singer Ariana Grande in Manchester, England. There was no immediate claim of responsibility of this attack. The BBC showed a photograph of 2 possible London attackers shot by police, one of whom had canisters strapped to his body. A Reuters reporter said sometime after the attack began that he had heard loud bangs near the Borough Market area. Witnesses described a white van veering into pedestrians near London Bridge and knocking over several people. This has been FPP Radio News. Online at fppradio.com.